we just know gender diversity and partnership is a 21st century necessity in commerce, business, and technology. It just is. So what's stopping us? What's stopping us? Why are we in a stalled revolution? I want to show you how I think it's an inside-out solution. But first, let's look at what are the external reasons that keep us from being able to rise. And what do we need to drive for? Flexibility of workflow. We need to surface and address unconscious bias in companies. We need to re-engineer systems and structures so that women's strengths and contributions are recognized and rewarded more. We need to increase sponsorship and mentors, equal pay, and then also hospitable cultures. We hear a lot about that here in the Valley in terms of the women in engineering and technology and how important it is to create a culture in which women can try things out and fail and be okay, in which we can come together and share best practices and also what's not working. And I will say, you know, just in credit to a lot of the companies that are even in this conference, there is a lot of amazing work being done in diversity and inclusion and gender balance in the Valley and around the world, but particularly here in the nation. So I really want to emphasize that good things are happening, but we have to keep on driving for it. In fact, my company is doing a women's leadership program right now for one of the most prominent global technology companies. So it's not a rare thing. It's happening. So be optimistic. Now let's look at something that we sometimes forget in terms of how we rise. Well, you think of rising, and do you think of raise, getting a raise? Sometimes we associate those things, right? Because we want to get in leadership positions so we can have more influence. So what are some of the things that we need to know or that we are already doing that help? I say amass your kudos file. Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah. So every email you get that acknowledges you or praises you, keep it in a file. Every time you get an award or somebody comes to you and tells you you did a great job, write it down and put it in a file. Keep on building these accomplishments, and any accomplishment that you make that you're proud of, put it in the file. Because you will start internalizing success, which is, I'll tell you, just from the way our brains work, women are less good at that. We're less good at remembering our success and standing in it and letting it affect our confidence than we are, like I said before, focusing on our flaws and our weaknesses, right? So keep a kudos file. The second thing is know how to articulate your value. This is in our courses. It takes a little while to do, but you know, many of you probably know how to do it. You don't want to, when someone asks you what you do, you don't want to answer with your job title. You want to talk about the value you provide. Just like Einstein said, don't try to be a success, try to be a value. Then network on a weekly basis. We all are so busy in our lives, but think about, could I just devote one lunch a week to having a lunch with someone outside my normal routine, my own thing I always swim in. So it could be someone in your own company, it could be somebody outside, but make sure you do that. It gives you broader perspective. Do the job you want to have. Every woman that I've coached that has the dream job has gotten it by creating it. That means you don't just do your own job, but you look for ways to showcase the things that you love to do most, and be able to do those, you know, in little opportunities, volunteer, anywhere you can, but so that people can see you doing the thing that you most want to do.